Guys, the amount of money printing that's about to happen will blow your minds. It will make the pandemic shutdown look like, a kid's plaything. Guys, hold on with me for a few minutes. I got a few charts to show you. You're going to want to see this. All right. So this is the state of Bitcoin. Currently, right now, we have predicted top saying $222,000. That's pretty good. Okay. Predicted bottom still at 24, mid-level here around 55, the fair price. So everything is looking healthy. Everything is looking, progressive. So the predicted top keeps going higher, right? The lows keep going higher. So we're still good. Now, let me show you something here. The last real buying opportunity we had was around, $80,000, $78,000, $80,000. So it was a little bit ago, okay? So this means this mega flash crash that we just had, right? This mega flash crash, 13% down, right? It wasn't really that big. It wasn't really that massive. It wasn't really a crash. If we take a look, let's draw it out. Okay. We still have structure. Okay. So we still have a higher high, and so this is the lows. So the lows were not broken. Even this one not broken, but this one is the most important one. Okay. This one here at 107. So as long as this holds, the whole structure is still bullish. Okay. So don't worry about it. Everything's fine. It's great. Fantastic. Let's clean it all out. Okay. So we're still in a bull. Higher highs being made. The lows are still, intact. Okay. It's good. Our predicted top 222. So it's going up. Okay. Everything's great. So is this a good buying opportunity? Yeah, man. I mean, why not? But we don't have a flashing signal, okay? So like we had here, we don't have a flashing signal. Like we had here, we don't have it, okay? So we don't have a mega crash yet, okay? This is not like one of those amazing golden opportunities, okay? Just letting you know. Based on what I'm seeing, this is still part of this leg, okay? So we're still up and up and up, apparently. Okay, it's what I'm seeing. Also, if we take a look on the higher time frames here, like everything is still good. We're not even overheated. Okay, we don't have any of these signals of the market being heated. It's just it's looking real good, real healthy. Okay, monthly chart here, still good. It doesn't look like a top. Okay, it doesn't really look like a top. It looks fine. Matter of fact, this right here looks like a bottom, and it looks like the next leg is still underway. If we go back here on the daily chart, okay, we can see this is support and resistance, right? Still holding. So this was the previous stop, mega crash. Okay, we built a little base here. So to me, this still looks mega bullish. I really just want to emphasize this so you understand. To me, it still looks mega bullish, okay? And this, to me, still looks part of, this entire leg, okay? Starting here from this entire leg, okay? And the target from this leg would be, I don't know, 150, 140, 150. Okay, so higher essentially is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so that's it. Now, at the beginning of the video, I told you about the mega money printing that's about to happen. Okay, so the government is shut down. Okay, Trump's not playing ball, and this is all part of their little game. They do this every few years, if you remember. Okay, so the game hasn't really changed. So what's happening? What's happening is these guys are just slowing things down to build up more pressure so they can pass a bigger bill. What happens right now is the government is in a huge deficit, right? And there is absolutely no way for them to pay their debt. Okay, so the only way they have to lower the debt, okay, to lower the debt, they only have one play here, which is print more money, okay? Because if they print more money, this is the solution. This is the only solution to the modern economic problem. Because if they inflate the problem away, okay, yeah, they still have to pay whatever, $1 trillion, whatever. But they just printed 10 trillion, so now they can easily pay the 1 trillion and still have plenty of money left for essential services, for governmental services to go on. Do you understand? This is how they play, because money doesn't exist, okay? Money's not real. And really, this is their only play. They don't even bother to print the money anymore. If you go search online and do a little bit of research on how much actual money in bills, in physical paper money, how much money is out there, it's like 1 or 2%. The rest is just numbers on a screen. Money doesn't even exist. It's too expensive for them to even print a little bits of paper. So they just have it on the computer because that's how much they're inflating it. Okay? It's not even worth the money it's printed on. Okay? That's the rationale. And that's why they want to get rid of physical cash, and all these things. So this is the modern monetary whatever they call it, theory, MMT, right? This is what they do. Inflate the problem away. This way we can keep playing the game forever. And this is not a new playbook. This is the same playbook being played throughout generations. If you look at the Roman Empire, this is how it happened. Okay? Let's keep going to wars so we can amass more wealth, but to pay for the wars, we need more money. We don't have the gold, so we'll put some other things in the gold. We'll make coins out of 20% gold instead of 100% gold. And we'll put some copper in there and some some cheap materials. Okay, this has been going on forever, and this is how it works. Okay, so this problem will never go away. They'll just keep inflating it away. What does that mean? The solution, as always, has been the same. How do I get rid of all of this? The solution is, the orange coin. The Bitcoin solution. It is the only solution. And you know why it's the only solution? Because it's the modern 21st century gold. It is better than gold. And you know why it's better than gold? If you search around on news clippings, headlines, even in Switzerland, where they have supposedly very rigorous standards for testing gold bullion that they store in their vaults, there's a lot of fake gold, is what I'm trying to tell you. We don't know who is mining the gold out of the earth. We don't know how much gold actually is being produced. Okay, these reports are all fake. It's all fugazi. We, the people, don't have any power to audit these things. Look at the freaking clown of the president was talking a few months ago about auditing Fort Knox. We will live stream and we will show the gold. There's no fucking gold, bro. There is no gold. He will no longer talk about it because there's no gold. Okay. Why has the price of gold gone up so much? This is the next talking point. Because they're buying gold. Who? I don't really know who. Federal banks. It's the only people. And then they write on the freaking headlines, oh, the people are buying gold. And, people are trying to buy gold coins, No, man, the people have no power. If you, the people, go and try it. You go and try and buy a bar of, don't buy the coins, right? Like the coins have no value because you're paying such a high premium on the coin that it's not worth it. You're not gonna get any appreciation. So at least buy the little bar, the small little bar. It's the minimum you should buy, right? Never buy the coins, because there's like a 20-30% at least premium on the coin. It's just not worth it. It's diluting your gains. Anyway, go and try and buy a little bit of gold. You can't. It's like, oh, it's backlogged. It's maybe you can buy it today, but you'll get your gold in 6 months to a year. It's just all of these little fictitious, interplays. We the people, we can't even buy the gold. They don't make it. They don't have it. That's the crazy thing. So who's moving the market? Federal banks. Okay, the guys who control the money. So they are inflating the money away, whatever, but they're buying some gold. Who? I would say mainly, China, Russia, India, all of these countries that are trying to create a safety net against the debasement of the US dollar. This is the play. This is the game. We are in a world again, and this is why gold's going so high. This is a debasement play. Okay, we are trying to avoid the debasement of the US dollar. So we know they're going to have to print. I've done some simulations, and I just from the top of my head, the current M2 money supply, this is the most important number you need to learn. The M2 money supply is like 22 trillion. Okay, this is like all the money in the world, essentially. Okay, this is the most important the most important metric for you to understand. Okay, this is where we are today. I guarantee you, when they approve, going into next year, whatever, when they approve the new budget, when they start moving things forward, this is what's going to happen in a few years, 4 to 5 years, maybe, right? We're going to go into an M2 of 50 trillion. This is just on some like back of the napkin math that I was doing, with the help of ChatGPT. A few days ago. We're going plus, right? So plus, okay? So way over this. We're going to over 50 trillion in a few years printed. So, yeah, that's not going to be good, man. In terms of inflation, in terms of the price of everything, right? If your average home, it costs $1 million today, in just a couple of years, it will be 2 million, right? So, if they're going to have to print an extra 30 trillion at least, how much money of that do you think will go into gold? Well, gold is always the first to move in the debasement trade, and gold already moved a lot. Okay, so gold already moved, let's call it 2,000. Okay, let's call it from the previous top of 2,000. Okay, the previous stop here of 2,000. So when we finally broke above and went on this leg up, we are trading at $4,140. And every single day we're making new, fresh highs. Okay. So essentially, gold doubled in a year, less than a year, but gold doubled, right? So we're in this massive parabolic move. What do you think is going to happen? And this is, by the way, this was a $10 trillion market or something. So now it's, huge. How much of this money do you think will flow into Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a much smaller market cap. So what will that do to the price of Bitcoin? And what will that do to all of these altcoins that have a much smaller market cap as well, right? So, they're going to go insane. So by the time we stop going up on this gold trade and they finally start printing the money, we're going to have at least a year, maybe 2 years, where Bitcoin is going to get, not just Bitcoin, but the market, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, they're all going to get perma bids. Okay, permanent bullish bids day after day. It's going to be new record high after new record high. And it's going to be a freaking, money fest. The problem is, if you don't invest in anything, if you're just like the working class and you don't have investments, you will be diluted. And to the point where you can't afford groceries. Eventually it's what's going to happen. So you need something, you need a vehicle of investment that will rise your money up as well. As they print money, okay, as they turn on the money printer, you need to catch some of that money, bro. And the way you do it is through investments. And yeah, I do believe crypto is the best in terms of percentage gain, right? If you put your money in the S&P, you're going to make what, 10% a year, right? But if you have it on Bitcoin, you might do 60%, a year. I forget how much the annualized returns is currently right now, but this is the money play, okay? It has never not done this, okay? So basically, every time gold moves first, okay? Gold moves first, always. This is what you need to take from this video. So just to wrap it up, let's take a look at what happened here before. So here we go, 2018. So this was pre-pandemic, right? Pandemic was 2020, March 2020. And where is my pen? Okay, so actually, let me mark it up for you. Where is it? March 2020. There we go, March 2020. So we'll drop a line here. There we go. So this was it. So before the craziness, look at what happened, right, to gold. Gold is always the first to move. So by the time, okay, see the top here. I'm even going to mark the top for you so you can see the date. Okay, this local top here, see? August 2020. So by the time gold was done pumping, the entire market, the S&P, Bitcoin, everything else was still mega pumping for like another year, okay? But what this tells you is Bitcoin is, gold is always first, okay? Look, gold is always first, and then the other things catch up because this is the first thing to move in a debasement trade, which is the same thing that's happening right now. So, see, start in September 2018, and the end was 10th of August of 2020. So this was the mega pump on gold. And then the craziness ensued in the risk on assets like the S&P and Bitcoin, okay? So if you go to Bitcoin, right? If we go to Bitcoin, so now we can map it out. Where was August? There we go. So here we go. So this was the local top on gold, okay? And this was, kind of where it started, This is kind of where they started the debasement trade also, okay? So then it was just a mega pump, okay? And look at what happened to the price of Bitcoin. So the price of Bitcoin here went up 20x, right? To 19x, whatever, 20x. So what do you think is going to happen? Okay, even after the top was found here, so this was the local top of gold. See, like Bitcoin kept going up another 5x. So what do you think is going to happen? Like, I'm literally drawing it for you. I'm literally making a drawing so you can better understand what I'm trying to say. What do you think is going to happen? The solution to the problem is the Bitcoin solution. It's the solution to the money printing go brr. Okay? That's what's happening. And of course, this is just Bitcoin, okay? Then there's like a ton of other alts underneath it with a lot more risk that move a lot more. But this is the important thing I want you to look at, right? And if you look at an S&P 500, okay, we can take a look and we can mark it. Okay, so like from the bottom to where was August? Where was it? August 2020. So this was the gold top. This was the local top here as well. Okay. And how much did we get from the flash crash here? The COVID flash crash? 118. Okay, 118. So as you can see, do you want 118? Okay, this is literally okay, SPX, you get a 2x. Okay, the Bitcoin solution, you get a 20x. So do you want 10 times better gains? Or do you want the crappy things? Because this is also another thing you got to keep in mind. This is the grandpa gains. The old people buy this, okay? They force you with, to put your RRA and stuff like that, your investment accounts, retirement accounts. They force you into the old system. This is the old people holding onto the system, right? Trying to gain, grasping for the last little bit of control. This is your power. This is new, okay? The Bitcoin solution, it's new, okay? It's new. It's yours. It's your chance. It's my generation. It's your generation chance of taking control, okay? So that's the spiel today, guys. The Bitcoin solution, the crypto, 10 times better gains is what we're identifying here. But essentially, the key point I want you to take away is gold still making new all-time highs every day, and soon they will start printing money. Give it a year or two, they will print trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars with nowhere to go but into these risk-on asset classes that you can buy and write them out. Okay? See you on the next one. Check the links down below if you want to join my community where I can teach you how to trade.